Hi, my name is Eddie, and welcome to Jackass Forever's review. So, for those of you guys who don't know, Jackass is a movie about all these friends that get together and pull off these dangerous stunts or pranks on each other or other people. This is the fourth movie in the series, so we've had Jackass 1 to 3, and then we have Jackass Forever, which this one is much later than the previous three movies. Let me check. So I just double checked. Jackass 3D came out in 2010, which is 12 years later now for this latest one. We went and saw this movie in theaters last night, and I had a blast watching it. The whole theater couldn't stop laughing at every prank and stunt that happened throughout the movie. The pranks and stunts that were pulled in this movie, I would say, are some of the funniest we've seen so far. And I would say that it didn't get me upset, if that's the right word. In the previous movies, I always didn't like whenever they would prank people who were not a part of the Jackass crew, just because I always found that those were my least favorite scenes. And I will say in this movie, that's the kind of scenes that we had the least amount. It was a lot more of them pranking each other or doing these dangerous, funny stunts, and this one is jam-packed with them. I will say they kind of went a little bit too far with Ehren. If you guys know the group, there's obviously Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, Dave England, Ehren, Danger Ehren is how I know him as. This movie he's pretty much the star in my opinion. He did the biggest stunts, the most dangerous things, and I felt bad for him throughout the whole movie. The other thing I want to mention is that they did bring up a bunch of new guys to the series, so it's not just the old people, or old people, that's not the right word, the old crew, the OG crew, I guess is the right word to use. They did bring in a bunch of new guys, like a guy named Zach, Poopies, Jasper's dad for some reason. And I will say that the new crew, I felt like I was a little bit worried about them, but they fit in really well. I did end up liking the movie and the stunts that they pulled off. And if this is the end of the Jackass original crew and they for some reason decide to pass it on to this new generation, I'd be down for it. I do think it's time to end it because I don't want to see anyone die or get extremely hurt. But if they do decide to keep going with this new crew, I'm down. I'll watch them. Now, obviously, this is a Jackass movie, and it's not different from any of the previous movies. So if you never really enjoyed Jackass in the past, this won't really change your mind at all. Obviously, there's a little bit less disgusting in this one, I'd say. There's some scenes from the previous movies that I remember almost vomiting myself. I didn't ever feel that way this movie. However, I will say my wife did have to leave the theater at one point because there was one stunt that got extremely disgusting and she couldn't watch, so she actually walked out of the theater for that one. I do recommend this movie if you are a Jackass fan. If you're not a Jackass fan, this movie will not change your mind at all. But I will say it made me happy to see these guys get back together and do, hopefully, one last final movie. I really hope this is it for them. So I do recommend this. This is probably one of my favorite Jackass movies. I still think Jackass 3 has a special place in my heart, specifically for that ending. For those of you guys who've seen it, when the end credits, when they show them as when they were young and old with the music, I love seeing that. It felt like a perfect way to end the Jackass movie, or sorry, the Jackass series. But I don't dislike the fact that they made another one today. So I do recommend Jackass Forever. I do think you guys should go check it out. Do you have to see it in theaters? No, not really. I do recommend watching this with a group of friends. I think getting together and laughing as a group is really fun. If you're looking for something to watch without having to be too focused, I do recommend it. If you do see it in theaters, stay until after the credits have rolled because they had something special in our theater where they had a group interview that happened after the movie, which what they said was it's a movie theater exclusive. So if you decide to go check it out in theaters, you'll get something exclusive at the end as well, but you don't have to. All right, so that's the end. If you guys like that, you know what to do. Subscribe and everything. Make sure to come over to my Twitch. That's where I spend most of my time, is on Twitch. So please come over and check that out. And like this video and comment if you're a fan of Jackass. What was your favorite stunt before this movie? Let's leave the comments without any spoilers of Jackass. Alrighty, thank you guys. Have a good day. See you soon. Peace.